How's it going, guys? We are at Anaheim Regionals. I have with me
Sosa.
And what were you playing today?
Lucario, Landy, toolbox stuff.
Lucario, right? GX?
Yeah, Lucario GX.
So, such a very interesting choice for this weekend, right? What made you think of playing Lucario this weekend?
Honestly, I was just drunk one night and I played on PC Go just once, and then just trying to relive some of the old moments, and didn't realize how good Lucario was.
Right, and with a lot of like Zoroark hype, like all the variations of Zoroark, it came in very handy this weekend, I would assume. Nice.
Oh, very, very.
Cool. And what place did you get, do you know?
I got somewhere in top 8, like 7, 6.
Cool, perfect. All right, so let's get into the list and look at the breakdown of what you were playing. Cool, so let's start with the Pokemon lineup.
Victor out of nowhere.
So, to start out, I went 3-3 Lucario line. It was 4-3. Then I had to make room from some other stuff and decided 3-3 was fine. I thought about putting Ditto, but also I ran Silent Lab, so that's the reason why I kind of didn't want to play Ditto.
Right.
I thought it was kind of cool. This thing kicked ass.
So I see that you're running the Railu with Detect. Did you ever use Detect to like kind of like stall for a turn or get you a turn?
No, actually. Well, there were some plays where like I did where it's like I used Detect, but it didn't really do anything. But when I put a sash on it, like it was like, okay, this thing's staying. Put Lucario out, and then it just kind of goes from there. Like I like using like to make sure I don't die.
Right. Nice. Okay. What else were you playing?
So I played one Lele because I need to add consistency into the deck.
Okay.
Never used it for it as an attacker, but it got me the turn 1 Karina, which is the goal of the deck, to get Railu and Ultra Ball or Floatstone and Landorous or whatever the case.
Whatever set combination you need.
Yeah. 2 Landy because I knew Garb would exist, and Trev. And I thought about doing a 1-1 split or 2 of Buzz, but I didn't want to run into like Trev problems or give another kill to Garbodor.
You don't want to give too many prizes off.
Exactly.
The way,
like my deck's already weak against Psychic as it is. I don't need to add anymore. So I decided to do the double Landy, which was really good in most of my matchups.
Nice.
Zygarde, he was good for what it's worth, but he didn't get to use that much since I didn't play any Trevs. The idea of using it for Trev was to do Cell Storm so I could heal 30, so that way it'd be like, it'll take a while for it to die, and then just me attaching much more strong energy, so like I'll hit you for 120 but heal 30.
Yeah, but you didn't see any Trev like this weekend anyways.
Another thing that I didn't use that much is the 1-1 Artillery. I think if I would have played the Ditto, I think this would have been a little bit more useful, but there were just like so many scenarios where just like I'd rather have just like multiple Railus and Sudowoodo down than having 2 Railu, Sudowoodo, and Octillery.
Right.
It was just, I always had a bench problem and I didn't get to use it that much.
So do you think maybe upping it to a 2-2 line would have bettered your odds this weekend?
I think if I could have gone back and like relived all the matchups again, I think I would have switched to Zygarde for a Ditto.
Okay.
Another MVP of the weekend, Buzzle. It was nice, so when I trade off with Landy and start chipping everything, it's nice to like I go Karina, get Buzzwole, and then hit for 140 with Dancy to make like those easy nice kills. And putting a sash on it against Zoroark is also really good, because they would need a Skyfield and 7 Pokemon to kill this Buzzwole, and with Sudowoodo down, and then just with it having a sash, they need so much, and if they don't deal with it, it just takes 4 prizes on its own.
Right.
Dancy.
For the extra
damage.
Extra damage, yeah.
And Sudowoodo just to sit in the bench and just block things. This actually was like actually a really good. This is actually what I dropped for the Railu, just to add a Sudowoodo, just because I felt like the Zoroark matchup was still too close without Sudowoodo. If they just pop off and just get everything what they want, it's just such a disadvantage for me.
Did you ever attack with Rock Throw?
Never.
No.
I just kind of just scoop up if I had to get to that point. 4 strong. Just the extra damage, and I think
it's the best fighting energy in the format right now for expanded.
Like I would have thought about doing 3-1 if I played Buzzwole GX, but 4 strong just because of the Landy.
Nice.
6 fighting, so that way I could somehow live through the Zoroark control matchups. Having these 6 was very nice since it helps me beat 2 of them on day 2. Didn't help me against Jimmy in day 1, but in day 2 with that extra energy, like I had a chance to win still, even though they're trying to mill me out.
Cool.
1 letter to get the energies with Karina. It's a nice turn 1. Field Blower to take away the stadiums, like Skyfield, and take away Garb if I need to. 4 Ultra Ball to find the stuff that you need. Baba, I used it just for the Zora control matchup to take away the DCs from Toad, and if they miss, then I can just get it back and
just keep going.
Yeah, keep going. 1 most event. I'm still sketched about this, but it came in clutch in a couple moments. That extra damage made a huge difference in like the Zorgarb, like in the late games, with Landy sniping instead of like me going in with Lucario. I would debate taking this card out for a 4th Sash. Scoop up Cyclone, bring back your Lucarios, and like make sure you clean up anything so that way you're forcing them to go to op prizes.
Yeah, and it also lets you, if you have 2 Railus out, you can pick one up.
Yep.
You can pick up a Lucario and then play it, and then you straight out do like, I think it's 120, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
2 Junipers. These weren't in the deck originally, but my brother took this deck to the League Challenge and he had a hard time dead drawing, so I decided to add these 2 into the deck. 3 Karina. It was at 4, but since I added a Juniper, I had to drop 1. Pretty much the engine of the deck. You get your Railus, your Ultra Balls, whatever you need, your letter.
It's a Skyla plus
and
a Pokemon Search, which is busted.
1 Super Rod to bring back your Lucario since you're playing a 3/3. 2 Guzma, because you know Guzma's really good in the format.
Yeah, and it's always good to pull something up like a Zoroark and then hit it for like knockout. You one-shot it because of the Lucario.
Yep. And then also it was actually nice just because I kind of figured Giraffe Raid would make an appearance. I was like, I'd rather play safe than sorry, so I decided to play 2.
And that was smart because there was a lot of Giraffe Raid this weekend.
2 Brooklet, search engine of the search
deck,
of the deck. Silent Lab. I decided to add this so I could go against Dittos, and it actually came in clutch. Like like getting that like Karina turn 1 Silent Lab. It's like there's no Lele, they can't do anything kind of thing. I actually won a game because Silent Lab stuck for a while. Like a good 4 turns, and it lets you set up and just pop off. Pretty much just I chip, and then it's just like okay, now this is done, but the game's already over. 2 Float. For the retreating with those big guys like Dancy, Sudowoodo, and Octillery. Even Lucario too, just for the Zoro control matchups. I like attaching to the Lucario so that way I don't have to rely on them hitting me in order to pick it up. I can just like bail myself out and make them use their Pomerius to remove the energy. 2 Chorus, because Zoroark is popular. I wanted the heavy draw. 3 Versus Seeker. It was at 2, but
2.
Because I thought Toad would, Zora Control will still be popular, and just because they play heavy Toad, I didn't want to rely so heavily on using these Versus Seekers. And also Trev is also another reason why I decided to play a little bit low.
That makes sense.
And also it's just 1 less item for Garb to hit you.
Right.
2 Acerilla to pick up the Lucarios and anything damaged up. 3 Sash. Originally it was 4, and I still think it should be 4, but that's just me. And then 3 N. So like a Sash and then N, and they had to deal with a Lucario or a Baby Buzz.
Whatever's up there, yeah.
And you better fight everything.
Nice. Alright, so that's the list right there, guys. Alright guys, so that was the 60 that he played this weekend. So, toughest matchup of day 1, what was it?
Toughest one was the Zora Control that I faced Jimmy Pendarvis with. I thought it was my first time approaching the matchup, and it was just... I thought it would be like
auto win?
Not auto win, but favorable, just like how the Zorgarbs are, but it was not like that. It was just like I got stuck and it kept removing the energy, and to the point where I just sat there for 50 minutes and he got a one win out.
Ouch. And then you went into top 8 and you played against Rayquaza. How did that end up?
Horrible. Game 1 I just didn't find any energy, and then game 2 it was just prize important things, and just he popped off in the right moment. And he got me with a Ninja Boy out of nowhere, and just...
A Ninja Boy?
Yeah, Ninja Boy switched the Ho-Oh into a Rayquaza and smacked me for 210.
Savage. Damn. Well, we have Dallas coming up next month. It is expanded as well. Will you be running this deck again?
It's still far away, but I would like to use it.
Okay. Cool. Any other decks that are on your radar that you possibly might be running?
No, right now.
Not at the moment? Cool. All right. Israel Sosa, thank you so much for being on the channel. It's always a pleasure to have you on here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to share the video with anybody that wants to see a really awesome Lucario GX deck. Also, check out someone's PC. They do really amazing articles. Israel Sosa always posts articles on there as well. But yeah, with that said, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.